Iron Man 2 stars Robert Downey Jr., Gwyneth Paltrow, Don Cheadle, Scarlett Johansson, Sam Rockwell, Samuel L. Jackson, and Mickey Rourke. Film came out in 2010. It is the sequel to 2008's Iron Man, and it's the third movie of the MCU. So originally, I didn't like this movie. I thought it was the worst film in the MCU. But upon rewatching it, I actually did enjoy it. It was an entertaining movie. So in this movie, Robert Downey Jr. he's back as Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, and this time he's facing off against Justin Hammer, the head of a rival company, Hammer, as well as the revenge-seeking Ivan Banco, whose father helped Howard Stark create the original arc reactor. And it's also a fact that Stark's arc reactor, when it's keeping him alive, is actually poisoning him. And so now Stark has to look for another element to power up the arc reactor so it doesn't continue to poison him. Meanwhile, Stark names Pepper the head of Stark Industries, and the government wants Tony to hand up the Iron Man suits. And also his relationship and friendship with Rhodey, this time played by Don Cheadle, is put to the test. Oh, and Black Widow and Nick Fury are also in this movie for some reason too. Now, don't get me wrong, I did like Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow in this movie. I thought she was a real badass. And Nick Fury, the scene he appeared in, it was good. So the film, I don't have a problem with Black Widow, but Nick Fury, I mean that was like totally he came out of nowhere. So movie could have been better with he didn't really have to be in the movie. Nick Fury, I kind of found his cameo a bit unnecessary. Okay, we gotta talk about Don Cheadle. He was amazing as Rhodes. And like I said, I usually originally didn't like the movie, but there one scene I always liked was when he put on the Mark II suit and he fought Iron Man. Cause at the end of Iron Man, you're just pretty much just waiting for him to put on the suit, and you know this movie actually does it, and it's a pretty great scene. Not only that, but this movie Rose appears as the War Machine. I mean, the suit looks great in this movie. And you know, the Civil War costume of War Machine is my favorite. But this one comes in a close second place. It looks really good. Okay, we gotta talk about the villains. Oh boy. I didn't really like Justin Hammer in this movie. Really like the character that much, but you know, Sam Rockwell did a great job portraying the character. He was really funny in the scene he appeared in. And there's also the true villain of the film. That's Ivan Banco, Whiplash. A highly underrated villain in the MCU. Don't get me wrong, he's not a good villain. I'm gonna be honest. But you know, he was actually not that bad. Man, Mickey Rourke was great as this performing as the character. Something else I did really like. I don't know if many noticed or this was done on purpose. Maybe I just thinking about this. But at one point, the final battle, you know, when he's wearing the armor, that's actually similar to his comic book costume. So I did find that quite interesting. And for what I understand, some of the complaints do come from the final battle. But hey, I would have rather have this amazing robot battle. You know, Iron Man War Machine against the Hammer Drones and Whiplash to whatever the hell this was supposed to be. Another thing I gotta talk about in this movie. The suitcase suit. I mean, like, really? A suitcase suit? Don't get me wrong, the suit looks amazing, but I can just not take this scene seriously. It was just so ridiculous. And yeah, that's all I have to talk about this movie. One final thing, the post-credit scene. it teases the next film of the MCU, Thor. We see Agent Coulson in New Mexico, and we see him and a bunch of SHIELD agents are investigating that they found Thor's hammer. Oh boy. Just like Iron Man 2, I could change my mind about this movie, but this was one that I am not really a fan of, Thor. The first one at least. But anyways, Iron Man 2 was a great movie. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. And I'm gonna put it number 1 on top of the MCU scale. I did enjoy more than the first Iron Man as well as the Incredible Hulk. So what do you guys think of Iron Man 2? Hit the like button and share if you like this video. And if you're new here, subscribe and click the bell button so you don't miss any of the videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone.